You won't believe this, man. He was in the gym, and he's a bodybuilder, right?
Yeah.
He's in the gym working out. He tells me he overhears these girls talking. No, dudes, my fault. Dudes talking. A dude put on a bra to smash the chick.
Wow.
And I'm like, bro, you surrendered your manhood. Like, she doesn't respect you, right?
He put on a bra.
It starts with the bra. It ends with pegging. All roads end in pegging. Every road, I promise you.
But why would you? Did he wear the bra because he didn't want to like expose himself to her?
No, I think it was just like one of those like she basically kind of like it sounded like it was like put this on and then I'll let you hit. And he was like just a thirst bucket dude. So it's like, oh, okay, and he did it. And it's like, fuck you. What are you doing? Like, no, that's never okay, man.
You know, speaking of that, I had somebody somebody message like a message board that I was following, and it was people like it was men like kind of telling other men what they should do in situations when they find themselves like smashing pissers or something. And this one guy was like, you what you need to do is you need to plan everything out. You need to sit her down and have a talk and ask with time, like what times you're going to do stuff and get consent for every single level of it. And then recheck consent during over and over. And I'm like, you're going to dry her up so hard. You're going to be stuck to her and you have to call the damn ambulance. That's what's going to happen.
How old was this guy?
Shit out. It was a random message board. He was probably a virgin, to be honest.
Okay. That message board, you never know what they look like, right?
Yeah.
What these guys look like, you're never surprised, right? Like you remember the thought cop, right?
Yeah.
The guy ran through by the whole department.
Yeah.
When you found out she was married, you went like this. And I will go in my mind's eye, and I have a vision of a cuckold. And then you opened your eyes, and you went, you look exactly the way I fucking expected you to look.
Yeah,
right?
and his name was like Jethro or some bullshit. Or like
dude.
Jebediah, or he
was like he's a preacher's son, right?
Yeah.
Like a pastor.
And this son of a bitch is like, I'm standing by my wife. Yeah, so is about 80 other dudes, by the way. They're standing behind your wife, let's be honest.
Now hold on. Now, Camelot, we got to say this, though. The funniest shit is like, there are people out there talking about how the way this chick looked, right? So Lionel MGTOW called her an egg with hair, right? And he's totally accurate, right? Yeah. That being said, Camelot, I speak for all the bros out there when I say on a slow Tuesday, we will smash an egg with hair. We'll go like this.
100%.
I mean, listen, and especially if we see videos, right? Like, okay, so Camelot, you and I are on the force, right? Yeah. We're hanging back. Yeah, Camelot, we busted that perp, you know what I'm saying? Let's go, rescue a cat out of a tree. And then someone walks up to you like, hey, yo, Camelot, Drex. This one right here. You're like, ew, gross. And like, hold up. And they pull out the phone, right? And you go like this, damn, she can succeed. And you're like, I don't, Camelot, because here's what happens. When you get that weird imbalance where you go like this, she's well below my standard, right? That's an automatic no.
Yeah.
But then you see her looks are a 2, but her skills are like a 12.
Yeah.
So you're like, that balances out. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. Dude, I've given to charity before.
No problem, man.
I'll make a deposit. I don't care, dude. Look, I've had girls that a few of the other girls canceled. I was already drinking that night.
Yep.
This girl texts me out of nowhere, and it's a definite no. And she texts me, and I was buzzed, and I was like, you know what? Let's come over. And I harpooned a whale or two back in the day.
No, hold on now, Camelot. We're gonna do this for the culture, right? Because I got big chick quotas. We gotta do this for the culture. Who smashes better?
Oh,
the super hottie or the average looking or the below average chick?
The girl that has to take her glasses off when you get ready. Yes. You know what I'm saying? She takes her glasses off, Yeah, that's the girl. You get a little bit of love handle. She has that weird, like, little floopy thing at the bottom of her stomach, even though she's kind of thin.
Yeah, you know what?
She's gonna go ham as hell every last drop. She ain't stopping.
I fucking hate you. Camelot, when you say something, you get a mental image, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I have Rolodex. I have this mental Rolodex of all my past encounters, right?
Yeah.
And I can just like pull them at any time. So if someone says something, I'll be like, I remember that. Like, huh. And you know what? Now I gotta say this though. I was talking to this native chick, and she had asked me about, like, have you ever been with a native chick? I was like, no. And remember, usually this comes from your environment, right? Like, you just certain people who grew up in certain places have access to more, you know, like, oh, you grew up around Indians or you grew up around this, you know what I'm saying? Like you had more access. I just didn't have like, you know, I wasn't around a lot of natives, right? And she asked that, and like, this was beautiful about being a guy, right? You just go like this. Do I like what I see? Yes.
Yeah.
Then I'm down.
That's
Women do this weird thing like, he's got to be this tall or he's got, no, we just go like this. Camelot, do you never notice male sexuality is binary, right? Smash or pass.
Yeah.
It doesn't go up or down based on like, no, here's the thing. Now, if she's crazy, we're like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm not dealing with Amber Heard, right? Whereas chicks go like this. Ew, I'm not smashing Jeff Bezos. Oh my God, honey, he's a billionaire. Oh.
Suddenly his worth is up.
He went up. Like, oh my God. He does have like nice shoulders. We don't do that. Oprah stays a zero, no matter how many billions. Right?
Yeah, dude. A pinched waist and a fat ass. I'm like go usually almost every time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even care. Now look, the only time I care is when they're like unhinged crazy. Like you ever hung out with a girl and she shows up and it's like the first time you've hung out with her and she shows up and she sits down at the table and she immediately starts telling you, she's like, I just want to get it out there. Like, you know, I have a mental imbalance and I'm on a bunch of meds and, you know, I'm just crazy as hell. Like they'll tell you that right away. And if they tell you that shit, you got to smash that night and pass immediately. Just gone out. Because I'm still with
an alias. And you know what? Now I got to ask you this though, Camelot. On the scale, right? As we go up and down the scale, how much do hotels turn you on?
Hotels? Oh God. If it's like a normal ass hotel, not much. If it's like the Venetian, it's like a presidential suite, then it's a lot. I love it. Love it.
Bro, I don't give a fuck if it's a Motel 6. I love I don't know what it is. Hotels are there's two things that are my biggest aphrodisiac, like other than, you know, obviously like the obvious, you know, women in lingerie. So let me tell you why hotels do it for me. There's always like this component of naughtiness, right?
Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like
I would
smashing someone's place, it's like, I'm here.
If you ever driving through some shit ass place, like maybe you're in like Louisiana and you're driving through and you see one of those weird like L-shaped motels that are one floor and they just have the doors with the cars.
Yeah, we have HBO, right?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one where you know you're dumping some loads and some girl you're gonna regret. That does kind of turn me on in a weird nostalgic way. You know what I'm saying? But when you know you got the stripper coming up to your room, you're
like, it's like, okay, so I'm gonna tell you what does it for me, right? What about the hotel setting? Because all these girls have the hoe bag, right? They carry the hoe bag with them, and inside the hoe bag is change of clothes into something that's more eye appealing, right? I.e., the panties or the fucking garters and all that. They have that. They have like their beauty products and all that shit, right? Because they're all cheating. So for those of you who don't know, I don't know who your audience is. But they're all cheating. All
yes, 70% actually.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, I know that I've taken a lot of flack on Nick's show because people were calling me like a scumbag and stuff. I said, look, dude, and we'll talk about this because we're gonna dissect dating tonight, right?
Yeah.
The laws, the culture, and the women themselves have ruined dating to a point where guys like us went like this. Well, I can get the maximum amount of return on my investment by smashing these women who are already taken, right?
Yep.
No STDs. They're the biggest freaks. They have friends who are also not getting dick down. No Me Too. You're not getting Me Too by a married chick, right? Like, so Camelot, how does a married chick explain why she was in a room with this random guy at the Hilton or wherever, right? Why was she in that room and you can see them on camera and stuff going to that room? You're not holding her down or nothing. Why are you in the room with that man? Well, no Me Too, right? You literally, don't forget, no pregnancy. And speaking of pregnancy, the number 2 thing that turns me on besides hotels, I have it right here. This fucking Plan B. People talk about girls who swallow. When a bitch swallows Plan B in front of me, I'm like, oh my God, do it again. That shit Camelot. Everywhere I go, you get the condoms, you get the lube, you get the Plan B. And you know why? It's always cheaper than child support, fam.